Hey everyone, Glenn Andrews here. In this video I want to show you how to create your own social media buttons. Okay, these buttons you can put on your widgets. They can be below your posts or whatever. And really what they are is for you to acquire more followers and Facebook friends and whatever. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to need to get some buttons. And I'll show you exactly how to do that. But you're also going to need the GIMP.org software. It's a graphic software. It's free. And that's how we're going to create our buttons. And it's going to be quick and easy. And I'll show you exactly how to do that now. Okay, the first thing we want to do is type into our browser. Well, we're going to start with Facebook first. I type in Facebook logo PNG because I want the PNG file. I want a quality button. So I want it to be a PNG file. And then we're going to come over here to images. And then we can grab any one of these buttons here. I want to make sure it's a PNG file. So let's what we're going to do is click on this. It'll open up and you can see that it's got a transparent background on it, which is telling us that it's a PNG file. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to right click on my mouse. It's going to open this up and I'm going to copy this image URL. Okay, and then I'm going to go take this image URL over to my GIMP software, which I already have open. And what I'm going to do is click on File, Open Location. This is going to be a really big file here, so I'm going to have to rescale it so you can see it properly. I'm sure some of it's out of your screen at this point. So let me just quickly resize this for you. Okay. What I'm going to do, let's take it down to 50%. That'll do it. Okay, here's what we have here. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take this, my tool here, click on Tools, Selection, Rectangle. I'm going to get rid of all this this background here because we don't need it, and I don't want it to take up any room when we put it on our blog. Okay, so then we're going to come up here to Image, and we're going to click Crop to Selection. And this is going to cut out that entire background. Okay, we don't have no more background there now, which is good. So now we're going to come back up here to Image, and we're going to scale this image. Put this in your screen so you can see. We're going to scale this image down to, and we want to make sure this is locked right here. Okay, because we want it to, this entire thing to scale at the same, the width and height to be the same. So let's take it down to 70. And you can see it'll scale it right down to 70 and 70. So we're going to go ahead and click Scale here. Okay, you can see how small that is, but that's what we want. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to click Export, and we're going to save it to our desktop pictures. Facebook old PNG, okay, and then we're just going to export it. Export, and it's good. Okay, now we're going to go back and do the same thing with another. Let's go Twitter. And we can use any one of these that we want. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, let's try this one. Copy this URL. Okay, then we're going to go back to our GIMP software. And we're going to close this out and open up a new location. Okay, I'll resize this so you can see it. Okay. This is it's already been trimmed off, so we don't have to do anything with it. We're just going to have to scale the image. So we click on image again, come down to scale image, and we're going to scale this to 70, just like the other one. And then we just click scale. You can see how tiny it gets, but it'll be fine. Then we're going to export it again. So we click on File, down to Export, and save it to that same folder. Okay, then we're going to go and we'll do a LinkedIn. Try this one. Yep, you can see it's got the good background here. Okay, we're going to copy this image URL and take it over to our GIMP software. Close this one out and open this one up. Open location, convert it. Okay, now all we need to do is scale it, since the background's already been trimmed off it. And we're going to scale it to 70. And click scale. Okay, then we just click export. Find our folder again and export it here. And then we're going to go back and we can do a RSS feed if we want, RSS logo. And we can use any of these here. Okay, copy the image URL. We'll go back to GIMP. Close this out. Open location. Okay, see how this still has a background here, edge on it? So we're going to trim that off. So we got to go to Tools again. Click on Tools. Select Tools. Select. And then we'll just trim this off the best we can. Okay, and we come over here to image and crop to selection. Okay, and then we can scale this image down to 70. And then we export it. That keeps coming up because there's no, I haven't chosen any file. That's the only reason that keeps popping up. Social folder, exported here. Okay, next what we're going to do is one more. Let's go and get YouTube. And you can do whatever you want. Whatever RSS or social media buttons you want to use. Let's see what this one looks like. Okay, good. Copy image. We'll go back over to our GIMP software. Close that out. Open location. Okay, we got a little edge here, so we're going to go to Tools, Select Tool, Rectangle Select, and we'll trim this off here a little bit. Okay, we'll come over here to Image. We're going to crop to selection. And then we're going to come back up the image and scale it to 70. Okay, then we're going to go up to File, Export. We have to find our folder. And export. Okay. Okay, that's all we're going to do there. Then next thing we're going to go to our dashboard on our blog. So we come over here, and what we're going to do is open up a post. You can just create a new one here. We'll start with our adding our images, and then I'll give you a little piece of code that's going to format these properly for you. So you don't have to worry about entering any titles or anything like that. We're going to come down here, and we're just going to click on Add Media. We're going to upload our files here. So we need to go to our pictures, our folders where we just saved those. And the first one's going to be Facebook. So we uploaded Facebook here. Okay, it's 70 by 70. And I'll show you exactly how to change these sizes once we have them in our post here, and then we can put them in our widget section or wherever you want. And it says full size down here, but here's the deal. This says media file here. When people click on this little image, our little social media image, our Facebook little button here, we want it to go to our Facebook page, right? So what we have to do is come down here and click on custom URL. See where I am? Media file, custom URL, and now we're going to go over to our Facebook page. So we'll just type in Facebook, and it takes me over to one of my Facebook pages. Okay, this is the one I just set up. So what we're going to do is, let's just make sure we got this right. Okay. We're going to grab this URL up top here, and then we're going to copy it. We're going to come back here and paste it. Okay, so we post our Facebook link in here. We want to make sure that all of our alignments for each of our photos is on none. Okay, left, center, right. You want to make sure it's on none. This way they all line up properly when we put them into a widget section. So just make sure that every one of them is it says alignment to none, okay? And then we're just going to go ahead and insert it into the post. Okay, now what we're going to do is upload our next one, which is going to be, can be anyone you want, but I'm going to go in order here so I don't forget. Okay, again, we got to go custom URL. So I want to go over to LinkedIn now and get the LinkedIn URL. So let's go LinkedIn. And we're going to find my URL. I'm just going to click on my we'll go to profile, and we're just going to grab this URL right here, right up top here in your browser. Copy that. We're going to go back. We're going to copy and paste that right in there. Insert. Then we're going to add another one. Okay, we're going to click on custom URL. Okay, so now you're going to want to find your RSS feed. Now you might already know where that is, you might not, but I'll show you how I get mine. I'm going to go to my blog right now. Open up a new window here real quick so I can keep the other one going. I'm going to go to my home page right here. I'm going to right click on my mouse and click on View Page Source. And it's going to give me my feed. It's right here. See it? So I'm going to just copy this. Then I'm going to go back to my post here and I'm going to put it in here. Paste it in. Insert that. I'm going to add another one. Upload. Custom URL. Now we're going to go over to Twitter. My Twitter account. Click on my little head there. And you're going to see my we're going to copy and paste my URL here. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that wrong. Let's. Alright. Copy that. We go back. We paste it into here. Insert. And then we're going to go do our last one here, which is YouTube. So then we're going to come over to custom URL. We're going to come up here and go to my YouTube account. And I'm going to click over here and go to my channel. And up here it's going to have my URL. We're going to copy that, go back, paste it in, and we're going to insert that in. Okay, so now we have all of them here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to copy this entire thing. So I highlighted it and I copied it. Now we're going to go over to my widget section. Okay, it's asking me if I want to save this information, and of course I do. So I just save it as a draft, just in case I have to come back and make an adjustment to it. So we'll go over here to our widget section. And I already have some set up here, but I'm going to show you, I'm going to set up another one just so you can see it. So we come down here and find our text. Here it is. We drag the text up. It's text or HTML. So I'm going to put it all the way at the bottom. And I'll put test next to it just so you can tell. And we're just going to right click and paste that code in here. And we're going to click save. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the account, and we may have to make some adjustments here. It's not going to show up on my home page. It's going to show up on my sidebar. Okay, see, there's the old ones that I have that we just did, and here are the other ones. You see how they're not lined up completely right because of the size of these? I'm going to show you how to resize these real quick, okay? So we'll go back to our widget section. Now you can do it two ways actually. You could do it within your posts, and I'll show you that in a second, but we can do it right here. So here's the test page. All right, see how it gives us our width and our height here in each of our buttons. Let's change these all to 40 by 40. Our next widget, 40 by 40. And you can make these any size you want. If you want them to be bigger, you can make them bigger. I think I got them all. So we just go ahead and click Save. Okay, now we got them all in one row. Okay, now, so test your buttons. These should take you to your pages now. This is my feed. Okay, so anybody can subscribe to my feed here now. So if we go back, we'll test out the rest of the buttons, or you can test out the rest of the buttons on yours, but I'll do one more. It should take me to my Twitter page, and it does. Okay, so just go back and test out your buttons. If you wanted to make those buttons into see how I got a three across and 2 down? You could go 2 across and 3 down if you want to make these bigger. So you can make them bigger or smaller, whatever fits your needs. But if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below this video here, and I'd be happy to answer them for you. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.